Bună seara și bun găsit la o nouă ediție de Autentic Românesc. Numele meu este Cristina Chiriac și așa cum v-am obișnuit, în fiecare seară de miercuri ne reîntâlnim la Canal 33 cu noi povești frumoase de viață, inspiraționale. În seara aceasta, invitatul meu este un om de afaceri, se numește Dante Stein și deși nu este român, se consideră român, mai ales pentru că investește în România începând cu anul 1993 și din anul 2000 a ales să trăiască în România. Dante, îți mulțumesc că ai acceptat invitația noastră și în seara aceasta vreau să te provoc să discutăm despre proiectul tău de suflet, Restart România. Spune-mi, te rog, care este motivația ta? Pentru ce ai construit, sau mai bine spus, când ai construit Restart România și care sunt obiectivele principale?
Thank you, Christina, for having me. It's a pleasure to be on your program, which I watched in the past. Everybody's asking me the same question. What is your motivation to do what you want to do, what you're doing with Restart România? And my motivation is really the sense that this country deserves better. The people of this country deserves better. We have had a development over the last 30 years, which, as most of us know at least, has not been exactly very successful. We have had some great moments. We developed a lot compared to 1989 after the revolution, but there are many, many, many more things to be done. And I had the privilege to be serving in the Romanian government as an advisor to one of the prime ministers. And I decided that it's important to bring about a much higher level of professionalism and what you call moralitate into the game. And so instead of trying to advise other people, I decided to take matters in my own hands and to create an organization which we call Restart România. The name, it's a program. We really wish to restart Romania and not to continue with the modus operandi of the last 30 years, which has not resulted in great progress for the country. And so we want to really, with our own efforts, our time and energy, we want to prove that it is possible to create social projects and also not so directly social projects which are very normal in other countries but have not been implemented yet in Romania. And we will come to talk about the projects that we have implemented and those that we will implement, I'm sure, very soon. But all these projects are, most of them, if not all of them, are first times in Romania, but are very standard already in other European countries. And this is what we want to do in Restart Romania, to prove that it is possible to have a normality in everyday's life of our citizens.
Restart România a luat naștere în anul 2017, adică în mai puțin de un an de zile. Voi ați implementat deja câteva proiecte. Spre deosebire de alte organizații non-profit care există în România și care militează tot pentru protecție socială, voi chiar faceți ceva. Care sunt proiectele pe care deja le-ați implementat?
We have implemented so far 3 projects. I am starting with the biggest one of them, the most successful one of them. It's called Ability Taxi. It's a project which is basically, we bought minivans which are equipped with hydraulic ramps in the back to transport people with disabilities, people in wheelchair or walking disabilities. This is a perfect example when we talk about normality. Where I come from in Vienna, there are over 500 minivans like this. And in Austria, there are over 2,000. In Germany, I think there are over 8,000 minivans in the whole country. In Romania, after 30 years of development, we have 3.
Oh my God. But this is a good start.
It's a very good start. It's a late start, but it's a good start. And what I have to say that I really do not understand why it took the people in charge of this country 30 years to do zero van, and then one little organization like ours with big dreams, but still size relatively small, managed to make 3 3 cars in less than 4 years. That was the time, less than 4 months. That was the time that it needed us to make the project alive. So Abilitax is a great success. We have 100,000 of views on Facebook. We already transported, I think by now, over about 100 people, which did not have this transport before. It's a great success.
This is one. And the second one?
The second one is called Asistel. It's another project which is the first time implemented in Romania, where we have organized psychotherapists and lawyers that are so generous to offer pro bono hours per week, 2-3 pro bono hours per week. And at the same time, we are offering this psychological support and therapy and legal support to people which normally don't afford. They don't have the money to go to a psychologist or to have a lawyer for their problems. They can be a divorce, maybe they need legal support for divorce, or maybe their husband it's abusing them at home, or any other type of juridical support, or they need some psychological therapy. Like everybody needs psychological therapy, not only richer people, especially maybe those people that cannot afford it and they never had the chance to receive this psychological support, and now they have. So they're calling us and we match them with a psychologist, psychotherapist in their area. And by the way, all the projects we do are done on national level, as we indicate here in the map. We still have many cities to cover, but we are quite happy. And the third project, it's called Biblioteca Deschisă, which is we set up boxes in the cities where anybody can bring the books that they don't want to read anymore, they've read already, and they can deposit it there and people can take it. So it's an exchange of books. I will bring my books, you bring your books, I take your books, you take my books. We never meet, but we exchange books in between. At the beginning, people told me, don't do it because they will steal the books. And I said, I'm sorry, but I don't believe that. I believe in the good of the people, and so far we didn't have one single accident. So
you receive it more messages like this? Don't do it?
Yes, a lot. Why you do it and don't do it? Because if you do it, you can only have adverse effects. You can only have problems. I said, yes, but not to do it is not an option for me.
Good. What means the colors of this map?
The greens one are cities where we have already somebody representing us and implementing our social projects. And the red ones are cities where we are in negotiation, but we did not open yet. And all the other cities like Buzău, Brăila, Galați, Vaslui, and so forth are still not covered by us. So if anybody is interested to be our representative in this country, cities and counties, I'm inviting him to or her to contact us.
Now I change the language in Romanian. Mulți se vor întreba de unde ai făcut rost de bani pentru a implementa aceste proiecte?
The money comes from me personally, but also from those Romanians that believe that we need to bring about a change in the country, and also from 2 institutional sources. One is the Premieră of Bucharest, which is helping us to finance the Abilitax project, and we are very thankful for that. We are happy that they finally understood the mission of the Premieră, which is to enable companies or NGOs to provide the service for the transportation of people in wheelchairs. And we have the Dutch government, which is financing one of our projects, which is one of the 3 projects which is coming very soon to us.
Do you think there is any connection between trust and donation?
Very big one.
Okay.
Very, very, very big one. Most of the people, all of the people that donate money to us, this is the truth, simply they donate it because they believe that I will be taking good care of their money, and that the money they spend with us, they donate to us, will be put into very good action and not be wasted for some not so good projects.
Care crezi că sunt cele mai mari probleme ale României, așa cum le simți tu, din poziția de om de afaceri, dar și de inițiator al proiectului Restart România?
This is a very good question, because it really goes to the core of the issue. I'm really a bit emotional and a bit upset about the situation, because the Romanians have such a great potential. I've seen many people. I've seen Americans, Germans, I've seen Indonesians, I've seen Italians, I've seen Austrians. I've seen many people, but Romanians are extremely educated on one hand, and on the other hand are extremely creative. And they have this drive to want to do something, but they can't. And this is what upsets me, that they lost, not everybody, but let's say a majority, lost the faith that Romania could be and should be a really great country. This is what upsets me. The divide, the difference between the potential and the giving up. The giving up or not wanting to dream big anymore, and then rather stay silent and don't participate in society, or even leave the country. As you know better than I do, we lose every year, we lose about, I think, 90,000 people that go to other countries. Those people don't want to leave. They should not leave, and they don't want to leave.
So we need to do something to return all those people in Romania.
We will do this, we need to do this, and we should do this, but it's not something artificial. We should not go to the people today and tell them come back, because they will not. They just left, they left a few years ago. We need to restructure the country, and once they see that the country is about to be restructured and there is a new way of doing things, they will come by themselves automatically. We cannot force them to come back. We need to do our homeworks in the country here, make the country transparent, prosperous, progressive, very ambitious, and managed well, of course, and then they will come back by themselves. I don't believe in trying to get them to come back by convincing them to come back. No, we need to do our homeworks here, and once we have done it, they will come back by themselves.
You know, I am listening to you very carefully, and I was wondering, it is a little bit strange being a foreigner to rebuild Romania.
Yeah.
How is it that?
This is a question to be put to the Romanians normally. I'm just here by coincidence. My grandfather was Romanian. Our business was here. We had a company called AUTENTIC for many years, which we sold in 2011. My mother speaks Romanian. I, unfortunately, am the son that does not speak Romanian this well. I understand 70–80%, but the language is not. I don't think the language is relevant. We need to find people in this country that want to do something of greatness for the country, which have the professionalism and the moral values. This is what we need to find. And they're here.
You work for administration, for Romanian government. Yeah. I don't know, years or months. Doesn't matter right now. Years. But of course, you confront with the corruption. You heard and you live here, so you know about the corruption. What is your opinion about the corruption in Romania?
Is this program for adults or for children? Because of course, corruption is a huge problem.
Everywhere, not only in Romania.
But corruption exists everywhere, in every country.
Good.
Not only in Romania. Maybe here it's a bit more harsher and is maybe bigger than it's in other countries in the world. Corruption, you know, if you want to fight corruption, first of all, you have to put people at the top which are not corrupt. So you have to start from the top. If these people are at the top, those people that are at the top in the future that are not corrupt and they actually want to do something for the country, these people can stop corruption in this country in a year and a half. There will be no corruption. Period.
Come on.
I can guarantee you that. I can guarantee you. If you put the right people at the top, if you put people that really selflessly work for the country and not for their own pocket, in less than a year and a half maximum, there will be no corruption. There will be as much corruption as you see in any other countries in Europe or in America, maybe.
Everywhere it's corruption, including America, Italy.
Everywhere.
It doesn't matter the country, everywhere. True. So probably there is a right recipe to do more efficiency in the Romanian administration.
The recipe is very simple. We need to find people which have strong moral values, that want to do something selflessly for the country and not for themselves, which have empathic values, moral values, and have also proven professional track record. So proven professional track record and proven social involvement or morals. Proven is important, not just blah, blah, but facts. If we put these people at the top of the country or any country, the country afterwards will mirror their values, because they being at the top, they can act and make sure that everything is according to these two principles, professionalism and moralitate. But the first step is to find them and to put them at the top.
So let's put the finger on the red zone. Who blamed, or more exactly say it like this, whose fault it is because Romania it is in this situation right now?
Yeah, it's not the people. It's not the people, it's not the population of the country which is to be blamed. Never. Because the population of the country is subject to the teachings or to the methods of the elite, of the governments. The governments are to the people what the parents are to the child. It's the parents that educates the child to brush his teeth, to go to work, not to steal, not to lie. It's the parents. Equally, the elite of the country and the governments of the country are supposed to teach to this child called the population of Romania how to behave. Don't cross the street if you see a red light, put on your seat belts, and so forth. Pay your taxes, but the people must respect the parent. Mm-hmm. The parent has to act by example. So I never blame the Romanian people. If there is anybody to be blamed, it's always the persons at the top. And I'm not naming names, or I'm not naming organizations. I'm just saying that the fish starts to stink from the head, starts to smell from the head, from the top. So if a company doesn't work well, it's not the fault of the driver, it's the fault of the CEO, of the head of the company. So equally, we cannot blame, I don't blame the people of Romania for the situation that Romania is in today. I'm blaming whoever was in the elite position of the last 30 years. Because the numbers, the facts that we have today are speaking for themselves. We don't need to, everybody knows the situation.
You travel a lot. You spend your life between Romania and Italy or other countries.
Austria.
So tell me how it is seen, Romania, from other sides.
Unfortunately, not very positively. Not very positively, because the news that come out of Romania over the last 10 years at least are seldomly positive, unfortunately. Mm-hmm. The people in the West, or also in East Europe, hear about Romania, unfortunately, only when there are some bad news, corruption and laws and things that are not exactly democratic. So I wish for the Romanians that maybe in a few years from now, when they go abroad, and they can say with pride, we are Romanians. And don't be afraid of being labeled as, you are coming from a corrupt country, or you're coming from a country without highways. I wish for the Romanians to go out and say, hey, I'm from Romania, we have highways now, and we don't have a corrupt country anymore. This is something to work for.
You came here in '93 like an investor.
Yes.
Tell me, what do you think we need to do to attract more investors in Romania? Because, you know, we complain about this.
Yes.
Lately, less and less investors are watching Romania like a potential, from economical point of view, our country.
It's a big question again, but it always comes back to the top of our leadership. The investors are going to invest in countries where they have predictability, mm-hmm. and where they don't have to be afraid of being subject to sometimes stupid and crazy legislation and procedures. They just want to come here, install their factories, and do business. And we should welcome them, and we should welcome them with open arms and do whatever we can, because we are in a competition. Investors, a German investor, let's say, can choose between Romania or Hungary, or Romania and Poland, or Romania and other countries. So we have to make sure that we welcome them, open arms, and make sure that they will not be subject to changing of legislation in the middle of the games, as it is called, and they will not be harassed, and they will have normal, very peaceful businesses. Because the more they invest in our country, the more they hire Romanians, the more they pay taxes here, and everybody profits from it. So, but they want to have a partner in Romania which is an adult, which is reliable.
Maybe most of the people didn't realize, meaning people, the people who are running us, who are running the government, didn't understand how important it is to have a healthy class of entrepreneurship in Romania. You talk about changing legislation. Did you see last week? Was some rumors, not officially right now, they want to modify the base of salary raising without having any indicators like productivity.
Yes.
Tell me, you are entrepreneurs,
yes,
and not only here in Romania, and a big one in my opinion. So tell me how it will affect your business, this kind of changing by night legislation, economical and juridical?
Yeah, it doesn't impress me. It does not impress me. It impresses me negatively. If I'm an investor and I'm coming to Romania, my partner is Romania. My partner is the Romanian government in a sense. So I want this partner to please tell us a year in advance. Look,
or half a year.
Or half a year in advance. Look, this is going to happen, so we can budget it.
Good.
And if you do that, go ahead, it's your right to do it, but please show me also what you have done also for innovation. And what are you doing also for education of the children, so that when they come out from university, we can hire them. Show me that the education system is creating future-minded children and future-minded young people that are coming out from the schools with an entrepreneurship state of mind, or a very modern and very flexible state of mind. Don't produce half of a generation of children like it was last year from official statistics, which are 50% of them are technically literate. It means that they know how to read and they know how to write, but they don't understand what they're reading and what they're writing. If I'm an entrepreneur, I want to have intelligent young people coming to the company, not children that unfortunately, and it's not the children's fault, it's the education system fault. They are not prepared to work in our company. So if they come to work in a company that I own, I can only give them a very little job because they're not prepared. But this is not good for the country. The country should produce thousands and hundred thousands of school, children coming out from this education system, which are well prepared to enter into the workforce, but with a very open mind and with coding capacity, understanding the internet, understanding a second language perfectly, and so forth. This is the job of, but it always comes back to the elite. It always comes back to the elite because the decision makers are at the top of our society. It's not me, and it's not you. We need to
maybe someday we will be the elite.
Maybe someday I hope we will be.
Okay.
Yes.
Do you think it is possibility to have the normality in Romania?
Yes.
How?
By having an elite that understands normality. It always comes back, I'm sorry to say, but it always comes back to the elite. We have this project called Abilitaxi, and we understood from the huge success on Facebook and from the comments that the people wrote us, the word that coming up all the time was normalitate. We are on the way to be a normal country. Finally a project that is normal in other country. We want normality. So it's about normality. People want normality. People want good highways, good education system, good health system, solid. I'm not talking about having a health system like maybe it's in Switzerland today. But let's have a solid one.
Yeah, but it is a huge difference between I want to do something and I am doing something.
Yes.
So we want normality, but what we need to do to have a normal country, to have that concept of normality here in Romania?
we need to elect people that at the top of our leadership that understands these concepts.
How should be? How in your opinion, how you see a leader? What quality should have that person?
There are many qualities. The two most important one is professionalism, meaning knowing how you run major organization like a government. And the second one, it's of course also morality. Because every decision we take as business people starts from our moral values. If I have high moral values, my decisions will be good for our businesses, but also for the people in the company and also for the society. If I don't have good moral values, I'll only make sure that the business is good for me. But that doesn't help the staff and that doesn't help the people in the country. So those are the two main important criteria, professionalism and morality. And then there are a number of other, one is listening to other people's advice.
This is very important thing.
This is very important. Steve Jobs said, I don't want to hire people that are less intelligent than me. I want to hire people that are more intelligent than me in their specific areas and teach me how to do it. Why should I hire people that are less intelligent than me? It doesn't make sense. Then I have to do all the work, he said. It's better to hire people that are more intelligent than me, and they will teach me how to do it in their specific area of activities.
But so this is entrepreneurship. In politics, it's vice versa.
Those politicians which don't have moral values, though.
Okay.
We have politicians in this country, and also if you look at the history of Europe and other countries, fantastic politicians, which has great moral values. So all the decisions they did for the country, not for their own sake, not for their own personal gain. And a good politician should not be thinking about the next election. He should be thinking about the next generation, what's good for the next generation, not what's good for the next election in order to win again. It shouldn't be about winning again. It should be just do your job as a great moral and professional politician. Then you automatically will win the next elections. And then you will enter into being one of the great politicians of your country. But it has to start from morals. And
so this is your vision for Romania?
Yeah, this is my vision.
Starting with morality?
Yes. And professionalitate.
And then?
Pentru normalitate.
Wow.
It's not that complicated, actually. If you think about it, it's not that complicated. And you asked before then how to do it. It's very simple. Elect people at the top of the government, at the top of the system, which have these two criteria, moralitate and professionalitate.
Now I will ask you about your life entrepreneurship here, because it's very important and because we succeeded so many years. So 18 years?
Yeah.
Or more?
Since 2000 I'm here.
Since 2000.
Right.
How it is your life like entrepreneur here in Romania?
As good as it or as bad as in any other country. You know, you have the usual problems. You have the competition, which you have to somehow deal with. Then you have your producers, then you have your staff in the company that you need to push to go to as high a level as they possibly can. Being an entrepreneur is not an easy exercise because you have many challenges. It reminds me of these jongleurs you said in the circus which have these plates, you know,
yes.
I don't know if, and you constantly have to run from one to the next to keep it the plates on top. So that's being an entrepreneur. The advantage, or not the advantage, but one characteristic of the entrepreneurs is that they have they know that at the end of the month they have to pay the salaries, they have to pay the rent, they have to pay the electricity. So there is this education or this training of entrepreneurs to deliver. You have to, because if you don't pay the salaries, the people will leave you. If you don't pay the electricity, the company will close the electricity on you. So you have to deliver. And maybe in a Romanian context, in a Romanian societal context, maybe we need many more entrepreneurs with social values, with high moral values, to raise to the top and to manage the country a little bit like it's a company, with very clear targets, with a big amount of transparency, and everything based again on moralitate. But I really think that the future of Romania should see more involvement of the entrepreneurs, of the good entrepreneurs of Romania, those also with moralitate. I think if we have the chance to bring these people to the top of our society and let them manage the country will be better off than it is today.
This year it's a very important year from Romania because we will have 100 years since we came a whole country in a spirit. Mm-hmm. And because you talk about social value, yes. I will ask about the social value of entrepreneurs. I will ask about your future project of Restart Romania because I know about him. That I'm referring to that project with taking care of old people.
Adopt un bunic.
Okay.
Yes.
So tell me more about this.
We have 3 upcoming projects. This is one of the 3. Basically, I was always of the opinion that we owe a great sense of gratitude to the generations before us, because we stand on their shoulders, really. What we are today, it's also because they handed over to us this situation. So we owe it to them, and therefore we cannot just leave them alone. And we know that 4 million Romanians are outside of Romania, officially, and maybe there are more, which means that there are an equal number or half of that number maybe of grandparents which don't have anymore their children around them. So these grandparents are, these older persons, these seniors, are lonely. And loneliness, it's a terrible, terrible, terrible thing. Terrible thing.
Yes, indeed.
So what we thought to do, and we're doing this with the help of our friends in Brașov. It's a project that will start from Brașov, not only from Bucharest. We basically are matching volunteers that are willing to spend 1-2 hours a week with grandparents, with a senior that we will find for them geographically and also interest-wise to be matching perfectly. So if you decide to be a volunteer, let's say, and I invite you, of course, officially now to be one of our volunteers, the first one. Okay. Then we will match you, we will pair you with a grandparents in your vicinity, so that you don't have to travel too long distances, in Bucharest somewhere, and you would spend 1 or 2 hours a week with this person and just socialize.
Talk.
Just listen. Just play chess, read a book, go for a walk in the summer outside in the park, cook something, play, I don't know, whatever, it doesn't matter. Just be there for this person. And we talked to a similar association in England. I spoke with them, and what struck me was that the English senior calls on a Wednesday, let's say, the organization to ask if John, the volunteer, is he really coming on Saturday? Because I'm looking forward to it. That's the highlight of the week for me. And I prepared a cake for him, and I'm looking forward to play chess against with him. So these weekly meetings are so important for these seniors that we hope to be able to make their loneliness go down a little bit and to make them happier. This is it. Adopt un bunic.
I will be glad to join this project.
Thank you. Now you're on camera, so
yeah, I'm truly speaking because I don't have any more grandpa or grandma. Yeah. I need to share my memories or to bring other memories in my soul. Beautiful. So I need to do that, and I think I'm not the only one.
No.
And also, as you said, I think it's very important to share time, because their biggest problem is loneliness. Yeah. Not give them something like, I don't know, food or I don't know, but only to share and spend time. So this is one project, so it's close to my heart. Thank you. And I think it is great you think of that. Because most of the people who left from Romania to work abroad, they left their parents alone.
True. True.
So we need to find a solution.
Solution is easy. This is the solution.
But this in my opinion, we need to talk about more about responsibility and social involvement to realize the benefits of our involvement.
True.
Otherwise, it will be only 5% or 10%, but it's not enough to go deeper in their problem and solve it.
And all of them.
All of them, yes.
That is the job of the elite. That is the job of the government. Normally, the government should have a project for this since 10 years.
And we don't have it.
We don't have it.
We never have it.
We never had it. This is the first time. The
So
same is with the Billy Taxi, with the transportation. We never had it. Why took the elite 30 years to produce 0 solutions? I don't understand. Why it took us 4 months to do it? Well, maybe because we're a little bit professional and we care.
Unfortunately, we don't give back time to solve, but we can put together our forces and solve something. So this is one of your next project you are working.
Yes.
The second one?
The second one is called Academia Primarilor, because I saw that we have many mayors, many primari in the country, which let's say would need a certain education about how to be a good mayor in your cities. So I thought, okay, we need to do something about it. What is the best solution? The best solution is to create an academy which will teach the primari how to be a great primari. I made an agreement with a Romanian university, one of the biggest one. I started to look for money around the country, and I found the money outside of the country.
Good. This is a very good news. You found the money.
Yeah, and not little money, 160,000 euros.
Wow.
Yes.
Congratulations. You need to teach me.
I will. Oh. If you have a great idea and you have the energy, you will find the money.
Energy, I have idea, I have plenty,
you will find the money. It's not a problem because you have the energy, you have the ideas, and there is a need.
Yes.
As an entrepreneur, you know, first of all, you have to fulfill a need. And the need is there because we have many mayors that I'm very sure that they will be very happy to come to this academy and learn a little bit how to be a great mayor. And we will teach them in several modules based on best practices from other mayors in other European countries.
I will not ask about your third project because I hope you will give me another interview in the next time.
Yes.
Next time. So, but I will ask you about you know our TV show. It's named Authentic Românesc.
Yes.
Okay. So tell me, when you think of Authentic Românesc, what do you think? What?
The spirit.
Okay.
The spirit of this country, which the people of this country, they want to be better, they want to have a better country, yet this wish has not been fulfilled. Mm-hmm. And this is what I believe today is the authentic soul of Romania. In 20 years, it will be a different one, because hopefully in 20 years, we'll have a different situation in Romania. So then we'll develop a different authentic Romania. Of course, there's also the authentic of going to the rural area and learn about authentic cuisine, authentic fashion, authentic way of life. This is very, very, very nice. But today, for me, the authentic Romania, it's an angry Romania, an upset one that wants to have a better life for them and for their children, for the next generations. And the contribution of Restart is that, to prove that we can have normal life through normal projects like our projects. And this is our contribution to society. And I hope that society will like it. And so far, the success has been great.
So do you think in a better life here in Romania?
Absolutely, yes.
And you wanted to build a better life for Romanians?
Without any doubt. This country will be one day greater than it is today, will be better off than it is today. We have to do some things about it. We cannot wait and we cannot hope, because hope is not a plan. We have to have some steps implemented in order to arrive there.
Thank you, Dante. It was a
Thank you,
pleasure
Cristina.
to have you at Authentic Românesc. I wish you to have luck and implement all your projects. I will be there with my team. Anytime when you need us, we will be there.
Thank you.
Vă mulțumesc și dumneavoastră că ați fost alături de noi. Așadar, iată că se poate să construiești ceva autentic românesc, chiar dacă nu ești român, dar simți și iubești România. Rămâneți cu noi alături aici, așa cum v-am obișnuit, la Canal 33 pentru alte povești autentice. Vă mulțumesc! Eu sunt Cristina Chiriac și vă doresc o seară minunată!